Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another post-game show. Tony Schiavone with you. Good to have everybody with us. And I know you guys have been chatting amongst yourselves, and so there you go. First of all, I want to say hello to Mark Hernandez, Johnny Gasco. Hello, how are you guys doing? Brahmamonte. Oh, we're getting them flying in here now. Darnell, Molly, Kurt, Brett, how's everybody doing? Cole, Sting was not the opening segment. Look at this. Look at this. I like this piece of shit. Noberto Mendoza Cruz. Okay. I hope, did your mom know she raised a turd? Maybe not. So anyway, hey, Chef, how you doing? Hey, little T. How's that, Joe? How does it feel to introduce Sting for the first time in 19 years? Man, it was great. Kenny Omega is a fool. Lordy. Got a piece of people who are shitting on Kenny Omega tonight. Why do you keep bringing up Omega broke the gentleman's agreement when Moxley threw Omega into a space heater and used mounted punches on him? Well, quoted the Raven 79, because I'm told to. Let's see what else we got. Brad, how you doing, buddy? Ten year the best watches you since '96. Thank you, Kevin. Two good-looking guys in your avatar there as well. I appreciate it. What's up, Tony Sean, the greatest wrestling commentator of all time? Jason, thanks for saying that. That is really not the case, but I appreciate you saying that. Glenn's glad Sting is with AEW. Glenn, how you doing, bud? Thank you for being here with us tonight. Tony's a company man. Damn straight. And all of you guys are, to the person that pays you, that signs your paycheck. At least you should be. Do you have any gentleman Chris Adams story? A Spanish God-ish? I do not. I only knew Chris very, very briefly. He did some work in WCW, so I didn't know him at all. But I know that he was a very big deal in World Class Championship Wrestling at one time. So there you go. Tony, you and Sting, the best moment of the night, hugging Sting. Yeah, that was. I feel very fortunate to be able to do that. I'm honored to be able to do that. It meant a lot, and it meant a lot that we were promoting Sting Talks with Tony Schiavone. I was very honored that that was a part of the promotion of that, and talking to Shaq too as well. What's up, Tony? Bring wrestling to Fargo, North Dakota. Rusty, certainly hope we do. I've been to Fargo, and it is very underrated. It really is. Hey, Chris Lynn, what's up, bud? How are you? Aaron from Orleans is with us. Aaron, who loves the Saints. I can see that on your avatar. Good job. From the room setup, who would win, Batman or Sting? Well, Brad, it would have to be Sting, wouldn't it? But you never know. Batman beat up Superman in a real terrible movie, so who knows? Was it just me, or did it look like Cody was getting ready to tear up when Sting hugged him? Yes, you were right, Brandon. Now let me tell you why you were right, because Sting, or Cody, big fan of Sting growing up. So for all of you out there that says Sting coming back to WCW rekindles your childhood, Cody's a part of that. He's just like you guys. All right. So very good, Brandon. That was very, very well said. I dig the room. Thank you, Ken. Been working on this room for quite a while. You see my mascot Bug with his ears up in his bed. That's a good boy. He's always with me. Spent a lot of time putting together this room, by the way, that I'm in. We call it the Bat Cave. It's above the garage in the house. And when we were when we had the kids here, the three youngest boys, this was their bedroom. Matt had a room. Laurie had a room. The three youngest boys stayed in here, and then we had a guest room. There. So now it's the Bat Cave, and now no kid is allowed in here. This is kind of a long one, but Vanish, thank you very much for these comments. Thank you for making my childhood awesome. I'm glad I was a part of your childhood. Thank you for saying that. It means a lot. I had the steel cable to watch Nitro. Good for you. Whatever it takes, right? Watch Nitro. Always enjoy the trio and TNT. Watch Nitro sometimes. You listen to the commentary team. Always wonder how you're doing live. Thanks for social media. And I am so happy to see you back on TNT. Okay. Helped you learn, improve your English. That's a very nice comment, Vanish. Thank you very much. That's very, very well said. And I appreciate you guys saying that. I really do. Chris Lynn is going to crazy on my name. Jordan, glad to see you're staying safe. That looks like a Canadian mask that you got in your avatar. It's Christmas. Those men as families was the call of the night. Thank you for saying that. I had some comments on that. I have to be honest with you guys. I try to be as honest as I can. That line was fed to me by Tony Khan. So credit to Tony for telling me that. So there you go. Esteban Jorge Acosta, you a lie, buddy, not me. Thanks. Does Bug watch wrestling with? No. Well, I guess he does. But usually when I'm watching wrestling, or when when wrestling's on, Bug has the face he's got right now, as you can see right here. He's asleep. But I know how I can wake him up, because I know what he loves better than anything else, and that is this. Bug, you want to go for a car ride? See? That woke his ass up, didn't it? I'm sorry, that was bad for me to say that. We'll go for a car ride tomorrow. Whoa, we'll go for one tomorrow, buddy. Okay. Oh, geez. Let's see. Why was Billy Jack fired from JCP? Matt, best to my knowledge, because I was told this secondhand, because this was during the day that we were doing promos JCP. He was upset about his Starrcade payoff. I guess it was Starrcade 85, the Gathering payoff, and threatened to beat his ass, Jim Crockett's ass, and maybe tried to beat him up. I don't know if he pushed him around or not. So that was it. You don't miss WCW at all. I do not. I don't miss it. And I didn't miss it once it was over. Now I did miss the I missed the lifestyle. I missed the paycheck. I missed that, and I had to scramble to make ends meet for a while. But I just no, I didn't miss that. I guess that's the best I can say it. Let's see. Bringing out the classic line tonight. Yes, sir. Hello, Ryan. Good to have you with us here, buddy. Thank you for being with us. Thank you, Romy Valentinos. Appreciate that. And I love your avatar as well. Very cool. Tony Khan was able to bring you back to wrestling. Boy, Matthew, yeah. I've built a very, very good relationship with Tony Khan. I think maybe some of you kind of saw part of that on another wrestling program this past week. And and I've said this before on this post game, and I said it on my podcast, What Happened When. By the way, we're streaming on the What Happened When website, as well as the What Happened When Facebook page, as well as the All Elite Wrestling Facebook page and the YouTube channel. I've said this many times, and I really, really mean this, that at my age, my advanced age, you cannot put a price tag on being able to work for good people. And I've often said that, but the older you get, the know that it's great working for a good person. And Tony, being our boss, has these moments. He can get mad, he can get angry. He's been angry. But he's basically a nice guy. And There you go. Who's the greater, Sting or Shawn Michaels? Well, that's a good question. Sting is probably, Shawn Michaels is the greatest worker ever, I think, as far as in-ring work is concerned. Sting had one of the better runs with Hulk Hogan and that whole NWO thing. So it's hard to compare them. I think both are great in their own way, but I think it's hard to say that anybody was better in the ring working than Shawn Michaels. And I think most of you who have followed wrestling would agree with that. Why don't I take a few Impact wrestlers since Kenny Omega keeps going over to that show? Well, I can't talk for Tony Khan, but who knows what the future brings in wrestling. Bugs was corpsing just then, Tony. And he's back to corpsing right now. Aren't you, Bug? See, he's trying to fool me that he's asleep, but I know better than that. Let's see. Raslo, everything you do in podcasts and shows this week really brings me joy. Hope you feel loved. Raslo, I do. And I'm honored for you to say something like that. I'm honored that, and when we do our shows, me and JR and Excalibur, and the people who work behind the scenes, then sorry, I just Britt Baker just sent me a text. Sorry, she gives me so much grief, but it's worth it. She's a lot of fun. Where was I? What was I talking about? So when you say that we bring you joy, I think I speak for all the announcers in AEW, and I think I speak for Conrad Thompson and all the podcasters on his network. JR, Bruce Pritchard, Arn, Eric Bischoff, that bringing you guys joy is really what motivates us. Now, there's probably a bunch of you slapdicks out there say, "Oh, money motivates you." Well, freaking duh. But no, what really makes it all worth it is you guys enjoying it and brings you joy. It means a lot. We've had a lot of people tell us through social media that our podcast or our television show has brought you some great happiness and entertainment and joy out of some very hard and depressing times. That makes it all worth it. So there you go. Steve, the wood carving druid. Thanks for coming back to Wrestling AW. Brought me back to, as well as brought me back to a commentary. I quit watching for almost 20 years. Well, Stu, so did I. I quit watching for almost 20 years, and it's great being back. Thank you for saying that. Keela Lau. Tony, what's your favorite AEW match you've called so far? Well, it's got to be the Young Bucks and Omega and Hangman from Revolution for the World Tag Team Championship. One of the best tag team matches that I've ever can remember. Sting is our babyface here in the South. Hulk was New York. Well, you know what? That is a valid point, Eric. I really think that. I think that's very, very well said. Let's see what else we got. Anybody else that I missed? Prince Leo has got us something. Prince, I'm going to try to find you. There you are, buddy. MJF and Orange brought their A game tonight. It was awesome seeing you and Sting side by side. Prince, thanks very much, man. It's always good talking to you and being with us. Yeah, MJF and Orange should have told a really good story about, trying to take the fist out, the orange punch out. I thought it was very, very well done. Eddie Cox wants to know if I ever wanted to wrestle. And the answer would be no. Man. Adam Webb loves Britt. The waiting room is awesome. Okay. So she says, I'm going to make you say, it's Britt Baker, is what she said to me. That's what she just does to me. And who knows? She's going to make me say it. Will you be in the AEW video game, Tony? I don't know. That's just starting. I do know that when I signed with AEW, Tony Khan had asked me that if in the course of my contract, if I would agree to do the video game for them. And I said, absolutely, I would. Back in the WCW days when I did, and I'm talking about commentating the video game, not being a character in the video game. But when I commentated in the video game back in the WCW days, and we were doing them with EA Sports back then, I did get extra money, and it was a pretty good little chunk of money that I would get for the video games. This would be a part of my contract. So, uh, I think that I would. I think I'm going to end up doing some of that. Why Heenan hate you? Well, we had a very rocky parting, which was my fault. I think that's well documented if you read some things online. And I regretted it, and I apologized to him, and I think we got along. I think we parted ways friends, although he may have, I don't know, felt differently. We'll never know now, would we? Because he is no longer with us. Let's see. And here's our first one tonight. Telecast in India, please. Double J, Jeff Jones, if you're listening, would you call Chris Harrington and make sure that we're on in India? Okay, because thank you. I know he would like that. Here's another one. Did it again on me. Okay. It is, hey, great avatar, Mid-South Wrestling. Bug just moved around a little bit because Chewy's arrived. We have another dog here, Chewy. Chewy, where are you, bud? Chewy, come here. Come on. Don't come up here. Chewy's a terrier, and he's a little shy. What did you miss most from WCW? Boy, that's a great question, Toby. What did I miss most from WCW? I guess at the time it was the paycheck that I missed most from WCW. There were some good people I worked with, like Keith Mitchell and Daryl Marshall, that both still work with us behind the scenes. But I'm not so sure that there was anything that I really, really go back and say, oh, I missed that. It was a pretty bitter place to work there at the end. It really, really was. Hey, Garrett. Maybe I will say it's Britt Baker. Who knows? What was Ted Turner like? Met him one time, and he was a pretty cool guy. Loved wrestling, and I think we all knew once he got out of that seat that wrestling would not be on Turner Broadcasting much longer. We were right. Do you listen to other wrestling podcasts like the Wrestling DeLorean podcast, Lords of Gotham, ENT? I do not. And I travel extensively in a car. I drive down to Jacksonville to do the show, 5 hours up, 5 hours back. Tomorrow I'm driving to Missouri for the Georgia football game. So I do spend a lot of time in the car, but I don't listen to wrestling podcasts. I listen to music, and there. I don't. What were your memories of Eddie Guerrero? Great guy, great worker. He was a Dallas Cowboy fan. I, at that time, was a Washington Redskins fan. So we had a running rivalry going back and forth. Okay. Bieber Ninja. We are going to, where is Bieber Ninja? We're going to have to just block you back into troll land. There you go. And there you go. What else we got? Will AEW releasing any ice cream bars? Don't know. Time to bring Goldberg home. Don't think that'll happen. There you go, James. Here we got to go. We'll see you next week. I often want to say the tape machines are rolling, but we can't do that anymore, right? It's what would we say? Will we say the hard drives are humming? I don't know. The file is that we are burning files, and we'll show you what happened next week, which we never do. Right, Jeff. We'll keep the tape machines rolling so you won't miss a thing next week. Oh, forgot to show it to you. Sorry about that. Mike from the gym, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you for saying that. You call a lot of matches now. There's a possibility of a Bullet Club reunion, and you'd be part of it as well, which would be cool. Well, it would be cool, wouldn't it? CM Punk will be all elite in 2021. I wouldn't bet the house on that one, man. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I just don't know. Who's the one wrestler you work with in WCW or MLW that you would like to see in AEW? Man, boy, that is a good question. I was trying to think of who all I work with in MLW. I think AEW has done a good job of picking picking some of the great talent from MLW, like Darby Allin, who was there, and MJF, who was there. So I think that's cool. I wouldn't mind seeing Selena De La Renta. Smith said hello. Thanks, Smith. Let's see. Why don't you just beat Kenny Omega up, G? Maybe I will. Was Ivelisse on tonight? Ivelisse was a part of the little push and pull apart we saw in the when Nyla Rose and Jade were attacking Red Velvet. I don't know if you saw her part of that. Daniel, thank you for that comment. That's very nice of you to say that. You'd love to see a cage match between Lois and Britt Baker. It would be called the Tooth and White match. Oh, God. Okay, AEW's best, but OC needs gold. Mark, I can tell you're an Orange Cassidy fan. Stay tuned for that. I think that probably would happen. Who's the Magnum TA of AEW? Whew. I don't know. Would it be Hangman Adam Page, maybe? Do you like pineapple on pizza? Don't mind it. It's not my favorite. I just like a basic cheese pizza. Really loved it when Darby smiled when he saw Sting in this segment. Yeah, Kyle, that was a good moment. Darby is a multi-talented kid, and those videos that he does, he produces himself. So, good stuff. Let's see. We'd love to see Sting wrestle Chris Jericho, even if it's only 5 minutes. Well, you know what, Randy? William Randy Harris, Santa Claus. That I'm sure that's something they've discussed down the road. Wouldn't you think? I mean, I would think so. Let's see if I can find E the Big Salad's comment here. And there we go. Let's see. What is your favorite belt of all time? Well, E, I'm going to take you back to the old Jim Crockett era. Now, this is not anything that's on a national level, but the old Jim Crockett had a red belt, big, thick red belt that had the outline in gold or in silver. I think it was in silver of the United States. And it was the belt for the U.S. heavyweight title. So that was my favorite belt of all time. That was a belt that, well, they all wore back then. Blackjack Mulligan, Paul Jones, Ricky Steamboat had it. Ric Flair obviously had it. Wahoo McDaniel, Greg Valentine, many, many others. So that was my favorite belt of all time. And that comes from being a fan, right? You remember. There you go. What else we got? What's the Goldberg being taxed by Kevin Nash? Okay. Foxy, I don't really understand what you meant there, but thanks for being here with us. Anyway, we appreciate you. Let's see how much time I got here. I got a little bit more time to go. Will Sami Callihan come to AEW? Don't think so, but I won't. I don't know. Oh, we went AEW in India. Any update? That's 2. How'd you get home so fast? Angela, I got home so fast on my friend Tony Khan's Learjet. And I just so happened to have a landing strip next to my driveway. So that's how it happened. And when you're Tony Khan's friend, anything is possible. What's your heat with Sting? Justin, I don't know. Maybe I look better in face paint than most announcers, and he's pissed off at me because of that. I don't know. It could be. Basic cheese beats, no water, comrade, because vanilla ice cream of professional wrestling. George, thanks for listening to our podcast, buddy. I appreciate that. Tony, are you reading Facebook messages? Nigel, I'm not. I don't read Facebook messages. I don't read Facebook messages on the WCW one. Someone does that for us. And I don't read them on my personal one. Now, my personal Facebook, I've said this many times, my personal Facebook is really kind of only for the people that I went to high school with and I know on a personal level. So, but I don't go to Facebook Messenger really and read those messages. So, try taco pizza. Hey, you know what? I'm telling you, I will try any pizza. Give it a shot, right? You never know. But still, just your basic cheese pizza is the way to go, man. I'm like Kevin from Home Alone. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for that comment. Great to see you. I'm trying to see what's on your stocking cap there. I don't know if that's an American flag, Buffalo Bills, Patriots, what. But anyway, thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate you, buddy. I appreciate you saying that. Let's see what else we got here. They're flying by. Do not try the cheeseburger pizza. It has ketchup on it. Okay, Matt. Isn't it amazing that you can just start talking about pizza and all of a sudden this becomes busted open on Sirius XM. Tell everyone, Tony, to answer Sammy's question. Okay. Is Sammy on here with us? As in Guevara, or is it another Sammy? Oh, yeah. Who's my favorite wrestler? Well, Sammy. Back quite a while ago, if this in fact is you, back many years ago, it was Blackjack Mulligan. But then as time moved on, and we moved into the 80s, I became a pretty big fan of Hulk Hogan's because I thought I just liked him. Then as we moved into the 90s, I became a fan of Sting. And then as we moved into the 2000s, I really didn't watch much wrestling. But then starting in about 2017, 2018, I started working for MLW, and there was this kid that worked for MLW who was a tremendous wrestler. And I became a really big fan of his. And I can't remember his name.
Yo! Oh! Oh my God, I got in the chat.
Yeah, I knew you would. You are my favorite wrestler of all time.
I was waiting for it. I was like, all right, Blackjack Mulligan. Surely Sammy Guevara will come up here eventually.
But you just never know when you see these lines if that's really you or not, you know?
I did a super chat too. I was like, who's your favorite YouTube channel? And then my super chat went away. I was like, oh no.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I did a boxing session earlier.
Yeah.
And all tired. I was just eating, watching the live stream.
Yeah. So wait a minute, you did a boxing session. You went out and did some of this.
Yeah, some of this, you know, the 1-2s.
What are you trying to? What are you trying to get into MMA, or what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to just conquer it all, you know, not just the wrestling ring, but all the rings. Yeah, all these YouTube boxers are going around. Maybe I'll go fight Jake Paul.
Wow. Okay. Well, man, you are a superstar. You know that, don't you?
You know, that's what I tell myself every day in the mirror. But it takes one to know one, right? So real
No, I don't
recognizes
know.
real. So I appreciate that.
I don't know. Although, the one-fingered salute tonight by the inner circle is a little bit too much.
You're not down for the one finger salute?
No.
All right, we'll
No,
keep
you
it
got to do
PG.
whatever you want.
Yeah, now we're all working together.
Yeah, we are working together. And I do need to say this. I think I agree with you. I really do. That there's no bigger dickhead than MJF.
Thank you. I've been trying to tell everybody
Yeah.
else in the group. I'm like, this guy,
Yeah.
he's evil.
Yeah.
But apparently I'm the only one that's seeing clearly. Everyone's got the rose colored glasses on.
I think anybody backstage knows exactly what you're talking about, buddy.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I see all the red flags, but you know what? Hey, they all trust him. So maybe I'm not seeing clearly. So I'm going to try.
No, it'll all come out in the end. It really will.
That's what they always say. The truth always comes out in the end.
So apparently, I was asked this question. Apparently, they want to know how I got home so fast from the show, and I said that Tony Khan's Learjet brought me home, and I have an airstrip next to the driveway here.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Apparently, I didn't realize you were on that flight, but apparently you were.
Wow,
and he made it to Houston too, right?
Yeah, it's super fast. Like Tony's got top of the line jets. So
yeah, he does, and it's one of the great things about working for him.
100%. Yes, thankfully I also have the landing strip at my apartment complex. You would think an apartment complex landing strip? No way. Yeah. One of the only ones in Houston.
Right. It's really costs a lot of money to live there. I understand. It's high rent.
Well, I'm a rich guy.
Well, I know, and the good news is you don't have to go through any type of TSA screening or anything like that. You just hop right out, go right down, take the elevator down from your top floor, your penthouse, walk out the front door, and there's the landing strip.
Yeah, I'm actually in the midst of moving right now. Normally there'd be like a million pop figures all over the place.
Right.
But no, I'm moving.
Oh, moving on up.
Moving on up
there you
to
go.
the east side, right? That's from your time.
Yeah, sure. It sure was during my time. Thank you very much for saying that. Well, I'm going to let everybody go here, and I want to let you know that I appreciate you stopping in to say hello, man.
No, great for having me. The pleasure's always yours. Anytime I get paid for this, I'm assuming. So I'll send the check to somebody.
Yeah. Okay. Jeff Jones is on here with us. Does he have your PayPal or Venmo?
Jeff Jones, he's the one that texted me, sent me the thing. So I'll talk to him and we'll sort it out.
Okay. Well, guys and girls, we are desperately out of time here on the postgame show. Thanks for watching AEW Dynamite tonight. I know many of you are fans of Sammy Guevara, and you're fans of obviously the Inner Circle, but not MJF. We invite you to join us next Wednesday night as well. We're going to have a lot more things going on, and who knows, maybe in the very, very near future, I can see it happening. We can have the icon from the 90s, Sting, and the icon from the 2020s, Sammy Guevara, go one-on-one. Huh?
Ooh, that's one I'm gunning for. So
I'd book it. I can tell you that.
We need you on the board.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just gonna do a cheap plug. Go subscribe to me, Sammy Guevara, on YouTube. There was like 900 people here, so.
Okay, Sammy Guevara.
Thanks for the rub, brother.
Okay, no problem, man. I appreciate you, Sammy.
No, thank you guys, and thank you for doing this and putting me over and saying all the great things on commentary. Look, you're trying to get out, but I'm just gonna keep rambling.
No, I'm gonna duck out. You can talk to him as long as you want.
Oh snap! No, I gotta bounce too. If you're not here, I'm out.
Okay.
All right,
See you, buddy. Take care.
Bye.